Will everyone please, I'd like to make a motion to open the meeting.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Can you please stand for the pledge? Today we had very sad news. One of our teachers, Mrs. Toot, passed away in the middle school. So can you please stand up for a moment of silence? Thank you. Our condolences also go out to the McGee family, Paula and Sean, as Sean has lost his father. So our condolences and prayers go out to him and his family. And also our prayers go out to the district of the Paramus School District and the horrific bus accident where 2 students and a teacher's lives were lost. So please keep them in your prayers. On a happier note, we want to thank the community for supporting our budget and supporting our students while keeping the tax burden to a minimum. So we thank you all for coming out, that you supported it. And we want to congratulate our new board members. As you notice, we have a board member here that was sworn in a little while ago, Larry Keene. So congratulations, Larry, and welcome back. We'd also like to welcome Ms. Penny Swift back to the board. She will start her term July 1st. And then we have a newbie, Mr. David Cafaro, who was also elected. So congratulations, and you will start again. So welcome to the board. We look forward to having you and continuing to make Mahopac a great place to live and to go to school. I just want to have some highlights for the year that we've accomplished, because I think it's important. We toot our own horn and all the great things that many of you may or may not be aware of. One of the obvious things is we have a new superintendent, and we're really thrilled to have Anthony here, and in a short time. It's been very busy and eventful, to say the least. Even the day of the vote was eventful, so it was a way to start the year. But we want to thank you, and we want to thank our district clerk, Melody. She did a wonderful job at the voting at the district, so thank you so much for all that you do. This year we hired a new legal team, and they have been really wonderful and have helped us out in so many ways, and we can't thank them enough. Our budget has included some new things, so if you're not aware of it, there'll be more supports for the higher level classes such as chemistry and trigonometry for those students that really need a little bit of extra help but could in the past really not take those classes. So with this budget, they will be able to take those classes and push their rigor and hopefully be college ready. So really excited for that. We also increased our security. As you know, this year we've had the Chromebook rollout to all students, which was really successful, and the students really enjoy that. So we're very lucky and fortunate that we're able to do that for our students. We will continue our Regents prep in the past. The students, if they wanted to take the Regents in August, they would go to other schools. Last year we started having it here in Mahopac for our students, so they could take their Regents if they didn't do well or pass in June. They could take it here in the high school in August, and we started a prep so the students could be more successful. So we're really happy that we can continue that. We also started the college narrative essay program to help our students really get ready to do a really good college essay. So we're really proud of that we could continue that with the budget and help our students. And our breakthrough classrooms, we continue to do them and increase more breakthrough classrooms in our elementary schools, our middle and high schools. So we have a lot of great things ahead that we've started and a lot more to come. And I just want to thank our staff, our superintendent, his leadership, and our administrators for continuing to really move Mahopac forward. And we have a lot of great things. So thank you, and thank you to the community. So I applaud you. So thank you. Okay. with that, we will start with any resident comments on agenda items only. Okay. We will start with Dr. Lawrence and Tom Kozicrea with the presentation.
Thank you very much. If I could ask,
Yes.
come down and we have a presentation you'd like to give us today? So, as a school and as a district, one area that we've really been working a lot is STEAM. STEAM's an initiative that you see throughout a lot of school districts recently over the last several years, and it's really focusing on science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. It really gives our students an opportunity to work hands-on with different activities. Rather than just looking at the theory of things and how things work and having those discussions, kids are actually really building stuff. They're really implementing the things that they're learning through some of the things they're building in technology class, the things they're working on in their breakthrough classrooms, the things they're working on in their regular classrooms. And it gives students a really better understanding. One thing we've learned about education over the last several years is the way the kids learn best is through actually getting an opportunity to use these activities, to use these theories that they're doing, that they're finding out about, and really implementing them every day. Both the middle school and the high school have been trying many, many different ways to use STEAM within their classrooms, within all of their classrooms. And we do it in the middle school in all 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. One thing that's really been successful for our 6th grade is the science, technology, and co-teaching. So it gives an opportunity for our 6th grade students to learn some of the theories in their science class, get the opportunity to learn about things like Newton's laws. We then team that teacher up with a technology teacher. And during those co-teaching opportunities, the kids then get to use the experiments. They get to build on some of these things and really see how it actually works. It's really been great to see them take this theory and bring it over and transfer it into real life experiments. For 7th grade, we've done quite a few things, starting with the CO2 dragsters, for one example, learning about Newton's laws, physical science. The students really get to do quite a few different things, from working with their robotics, working with plastics, crash cars. We've had rockets going up in the air where students are over there. But they're not only just launching rockets, they're not only building these cars, they're also getting to design them. They're coming up with ideas that are really useful. They're starting from scratch and building it all the way through. And part of the reason for that is because of the board and because of all you and giving us the opportunity to buy this new technology to work on. In the last couple of years, we've implemented a CNC router, a router that's been able to design things like this clock, okay? Laser cutters. This is new technology that before this, our students didn't have an opportunity to use. Now they're building, they're designing, and they're implementing, and they're getting a final product from those. I'm going to ask Dr. Lawrence to come up.
So first of all, I just want to point out and thank Gary Luciano, one of our engineering teachers that's here tonight, with his students Sarah and Lewis, who have joined us as well. There you are, Brennan Woods, who's here tonight with Nick. There's Nick. So we brought along an entourage as well to kind of show off some of our projects, which we'll get to in a little bit. So to the right, you'll see a very traditional set of courses offered at our high school in terms of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Any of these courses students can take at any point of their high school career, with the exception of the principles of an engineering course, which is a prerequisite to the intro to principles. been a successful program to date just by reading over, or actually if you stop by the high school and go out to the principal's office, you'll see one beautiful tradition in Mahopac where the seniors come and they write their college destinations. And on there, you'll see MIT, on there you'll see Virginia Tech, on there you'll see Manhattan College, majoring in engineering. So we're really happy that, and proud and thrilled that the courses that we have in place now have sparked such an interest for our students. But we're always looking for ways to get better and improve on what we're doing and to improve our craft. So I'm just going to spend just a very, very brief couple of minutes talking about the conceptual framework behind really all of education, but something very specific to STEM and to STEAM. It's a combination of what we call 21st century learning skills, which we're getting close to, I think, having to rebrand that, right, to 22nd century. But 21st century learning skills combined with design thinking make up a conceptual framework for education that enables students to think of themselves as problem solvers in the world. If you think about the ever-changing culture that we're living in, the explosion of technology, the explosion of information, the explosion of automation, all of these innovations have come about because companies and individuals are thinking out about problems in our current society and how to streamline processes. And that's what we're trying to really put in place with our STEM and STEAM program, is backing all of our instruction with ingraining with students on how to collaborate, how to communicate, how to think critically, all the while embedding in them a design theory on thinking, identifying a problem, collaborating with your peers on potential solutions, testing potential solutions to that problem, and actually coming up with a prototype, which you're going to get to see in action in just a few minutes. So that's just a bit of our conceptual theory behind our STEM program. I mean, I hesitate there because I think it's behind all of education. I think it's behind everything that we ought to be doing in classrooms. So at this point, I want to invite Mr. Luciano. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go to the middle school.
So I'd like to invite up Mr. Clark and Sam Romilski, one of our students, who's really excelled at some of these STEAM projects this year.
Good evening. As Mr. C said earlier, we have tried to step up with where we come from. One of the examples, we used to do bridges where we would use, the students would design them and then use basswood strips to glue them together. The bridge I'm holding here about 330 pounds. Okay, so they're quite strong. The new way of doing it that we are piloting right now with some of our 8th graders is doing it using our laser cutter and using AutoCAD as the design program. So they design on AutoCAD, we then take it to the laser cutter, and they cut it out and then assemble. What it allows us to, or what it will allow us to do, is take the time that would have been spent, all the time spent cutting and gluing this, and we can go more into the scientific processes of why a bridge works one way or where the crush points are and things like that. In terms of design, we have a lot of different things. Some of the pictures up here are clocks. The picture that looks like a compass, we had one of our 8th grade young ladies took a picture of that and redrew it herself in AutoCAD. We then transferred it into the CNC router software, and she then wrote the tooling program for the router to actually produce that clock. It's another step in going from where we were with technology in more of the science, involves math and everything else. Sam here is one of our 7th graders, and one of the things that the PTO after school workshops do is backlit LED signs, and Sam made one of those. We're also doing those for some of our 8th graders at this point. And again, we had to take the idea of the artwork, transfer it into the CNC router, and I'm going to let you go from there.
So when I decided what I wanted my sign to look like, I drew it up using AutoCAD, 3D design software, and then we sent it over to the CNC machine, and then drew up the code for that, and cut it out,
inside 2 layers of plastic, so actually make it look like the LED strip is going on wherever we go. Some of the stuff we do 3D print. Again, we launch rockets, as Mr. C said earlier, but it used to be that you get the fins made out of balsa wood, and they would just glue them on. You're not learning a lot from them. So now they have to design the fin on AutoCAD or Sketch or Google SketchUp, and they then print it out on our 3D printer. And again, a whole bunch of science and math about why the fins have to be straight, why you want them certain shapes so the rocket flies reasonably straight, not in other directions. So a lot of different things that go into it. So lots and lots of great stuff that we're doing.
Couldn't have said it better. All the math and science and stuff that go into the rocket, the fins, and have to make sure that the trajectories are straight. And kind of just jumps back to a little bit about what I was speaking about before. Finding a problem, using our technology and our peers and our teacher to come up with solutions to that problem, and then prototyping, testing, and then having a project. And that is STEAM, that is the beauty of STEAM. And the wonder of having these programs in our schools is we're able to give students experience in science, in technology, in engineering, in art, in math, to test pilot potential careers further down the road. Test pilot potential college majors as they move on from the high school. It's really an irreplaceable program. So with that said, I would like to invite up our high school representatives, and I believe it will be Mr. Luciano and Sarah and Lewis.
Sarah and Lewis are just going to give us a little glimpse of our robotics engineering program.
Basics and how it works and how to perform tasks, and more importantly how to build the mechanisms and place them properly enough so that they can work more efficiently with the coding and everything. It's the simplest part of building robots is actually putting it together, and then after that we program the robots, which is more complex because we get to make our own coding and make it perform little tasks such as drive back and forth and go through mazes and stuff like that. And with that, we can also put sensors, which adds to the advancement aspect. And it can be color sensored, it can be attracted to certain blocks, like blue or red and stuff like that. It can drive away from them as well. And it can also be triggered by certain aspects of the environment as well.
Advanced programming using sensors. We can program robots to do advanced tests using sensors to sort out and carry the different colored blocks to different places. The next step in doing it is designing our own robots. It's to perform specific tasks, like connecting multiple blocks at one time and putting them in some way spaced out. And then, after that, we finally then build a robotic system using other parts like wood or metal to create something like an assembly line.
I'll give you a little demo.
They built these robots. All of these robots were built from scratch. About three out of the five were their own designs. Two of mine just following direction. Okay, thank you.
Hello guys, I'm Mr. Woods. I'm an art teacher at the high school. I got one of my star students, Nick Rivaro. I'm going to let him start right off with some of the cool stuff that we've been doing up in my class.
The school. And we use multiple programs to create this, and the kind of one right here. It's the middle one on the bottom, and we use Tinkercad to create some of the geometric shapes, and we used SculptGL for some of the more organic shapes, and we use Adobe Illustrator and make some of the 2D images, and that were created with this and also other projects we made.
Alright, so I showed this little sample. So everything on this was hand done. It's kind of hard to see from the distance, but he's like hand drawn out the arrow from the made that as a 2D image, pulled it out, extruded it into a 3D form, and then integrated it into this web. So a lot of going on when we talk about what's going on in our class. That was also done in about the first week that we did my work. Some other cool things we did during the class so far this year, we did a STEAM fair. Me and Nick were both there, so you guys might have been present. We had an online virtual clay sculpting program for modeling that we used. We also had Tinkercad, which is kind of a little bit more intuitive, artsy kind of version of the Autodesk program. It's actually built by Autodesk. It's just a free streaming app that everybody can use at home. We also had the 3D printers that we got there. The project that we focused on for the STEAM fair was using sound trajectory to create megaphones for iPhones. So if you see the samples right here, all of these were student created based on the fact that they had to make a object that could hold the phone and produce sound to bring, and it had to fit their phone. So you're talking about thinking in 3 dimensions, making creative, interesting choices, and having it have a purpose. I think that's kind of what the whole goal is. So that was one cool project. Another one that we ended up doing. This is pretty recently. We talked about building products, of course, computer graphics, a little bit of advertising, design, all that. So the students created their own brand. They thought about what they like, what they're interested in. They created their own graphic logo, flat, 2D form, using Adobe Illustrator, one of the programs in the Adobe suite that we use. Then they put that into another program, converted it again into a 3D shape, and then they built a whole new object about that brand. So some of the samples are the top left, that's a dice based on the Dungeons and Dragons game. On the right is a card. His logo was Maverick. That was the logo brand name. That's a card playing holder. The middle left is a baseball bat holder. So it was Wilkinson series, I think, is one of my students. He put the baseball, he hand drew that. He came up with a design that I could put it on the wall. I could drop that in it and hold my baseball bat. To the right, you see a paintbrush holder for one of my art students, so she can just drop her paintbrushes or markers in. On the bottom is a charging port stand for smartphones. So his brand name is called Mount It, and you can put it anywhere. Up through the back slides the cord, and it's nice and discreet and can go up against the wall. So a lot of really cool stuff. We really I try to make my students really confident that they can do whatever they want. We have the tools for that. I mean, it's insane that you can actually go online, make something on clay online, and then 3 hours later you have it in your hand. I went to school for metalsmith, and things that would take me 3 weeks to do, Nick does in 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh no, my lesson's not long enough. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. At least up in the art department, trying to integrate all this stuff, and I hope you guys continue to support that. So thank you.
Thank you. That really is some great stuff. So what does it mean for our middle school and our high school moving forward? And because of the opportunities that were given, and because our students have gotten the opportunity to work with robotics. They've gotten the opportunity to work with the CNC routers, the vinyl cutters. All new ideas come. From the one-to-one rollout, for example, something we're looking to bring to the middle school next year is computer technology class. Now that the students have these one-on-one devices, we want the students to get a better understanding. So there's an elective that we're looking for our 8th graders next year, where students will learn a little bit more about coding. They'll learn more about networking, the actual hardware of the computer. So they'll have different units throughout the year that they'll learn the ins and outs of the computer. And that came about because of the one-to-one rollout. Laser cutting bridges. As Mr. Clark said before, maybe when we had gone to school, we might have been using the popsicle sticks or some other type of sticks to build the bridge, but it was the same type of concept. Now, because of this new technology, the kids getting a hands-on opportunity to work with some of this, they're actually getting to design a real bridge of what it would look like, what you see when you're going over the Tappan Zee, and much more specific to what's used today. Designing and the use of AutoCAD. Who thought 10, 20 years ago that our 8th graders or 7th graders would get the opportunity to work with AutoCAD to design things, where it used to be maybe we're just using handheld router to route our signs and things like that. Now the kids are really being much more specific and getting things cut up to 1/100 of an inch because of the opportunity to use this technology. Advancing digital arts and graphics. Not only are we going to use it for some of the things that they do, but we figured we'd use it for Mayapack as well. So we'll use some of the signage that's used with those vinyl cutters actually around the different buildings that you'll see. And that's produced by the students. And just individual project enhancement. To walk into these classrooms and see these students working on these projects and getting opportunities to really get their hands on it is a really amazing thing to see. They come up with ideas that will blow your mind, things that you wouldn't expect to see from a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader. And it's really amazing things because of the technology and the STEAM activities that are now being used throughout the middle school and the high school.
As for the high school moving forward, we want to build upon the greatness that has already been established. As you can see, we've done a great job of building critical thinking problem solvers with a great infusion of technology into our school building. And next year, we're going to put even more emphasis on our development of our STEAM program. We've been able to reallocate one of our current teachers at Mayapack High School to give part-time status to our STEAM initiative. Mr. Mellon is a certified physics teacher. He's a certified math teacher who brings a lot of know-how to this field, and he's bursting at the seams with ideas. And we're really looking forward to kind of getting this moving to add this resource into our program to pull our art together, to pull our engineering department together in a very cohesive STEAM initiative. As part of that plan, we're going to do a couple of site visits to our neighboring high schools, maybe even some not so neighboring, that I've been on site visits myself in my career, and take a look at different ways of establishing and moving forward a STEAM program. We're also looking to put together a very specified development of a STEAM team within our school with some of our certified teachers who are going to focus energies on giving this experience to their teachers, giving this experience to their students in their classrooms. And hopefully we will be engaging this year on long-term plans for our students to enter into a STEAM program at the high school that will give them these experiences of collaboration, communication, an ability to be worldwide problem solvers in a program 9-12 that will yield in college credit. That is our ultimate goal for our students, and we're really excited to get this thing moving next year. So that's us in a nutshell. We thank you very much for the opportunity to have us come here and speak to you a little bit about the great things that we're doing. Thank you to our students and our teachers who joined us here tonight. And thank you, board, for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful presentation and how we're moving forward in Mayapack. And this is just one great example of many good things to come. So thank you, and thank you again to our wonderful teachers and our such talented students. Thank you. Next do we have a MOST representative here? I don't see them. So most representatives are not here. Okay, maybe we'll come back to them after. Okay, music award presentation by Mr. Sauce. If I said your last name, they won't know who you are. We just call you Sauce, okay?
Thank you very much. I'm Sasha Przmilski. I am the music chair here at Mayapack Central School District. And I'd like to give you just a really quick, brief overview about the music department. I'd like to come back maybe in the fall and give you all a little bit more in-depth look at what we do. But I made some quick notes and I spoke with some of my staff and said, hey, let's try to give everybody a real brief, synopsis of what we do every day and what music is here in Mayapack. And then I'll talk a little bit about the award that we received as well. So here in Mayapack, all of our elementary students receive music instruction at least once a week. We have classroom music for them. At our middle school, the 7th and 8th graders, or 6th and 7th grade also receive music education as part of their daily or every other day routine. And then once we get to 8th grade in the high school, it becomes more of an elective program, but it is a well-attended elective program. And at all levels, we have performing ensembles as well, band, orchestra, and chorus. And to just give you a couple of quick numbers, in our chorus program between the elementary, middle, and high school, we have 497 students enrolled in chorus. In the orchestra, we have 450 students enrolled in orchestra, and that is almost a 200% increase from just a few years ago. The program is growing like mad. And in the band program, we have 481 students who volunteer their time to take an extra class, sometimes coming before or after school, to participate in these ensembles. So it really is going very, very strong here in Mayapack. At the high school, we also have a numerous amount of extracurricular activities besides the performance ensembles and classes that we have. We have marching band, we have jazz band, we actually have 2 jazz bands. We have middle school jazz band, the Pacapellas, our a cappella group, Illusion, chamber orchestra, small ensembles. We do musicals at the high school and middle school. I could really, like I said, go on, and I'll come back and go on another time. But right now, I'll try to get straight to it. We were recognized by the NAM Foundation, which is an offshoot of the National Association of Music Merchants, which is an international organization of, music merchants and musicians who are all about promoting music and everything about music. I am incredibly proud of the 13 music teachers that we have here in the district. I see a couple of them are here with us. Mr. Wands is hiding in the back. Mr. Wands is our elementary band director. I see Ms. Webb in the front here as well. She is our Lakeview Elementary general music and chorus teacher. My eyes are so bad, I cannot see who's hiding over there. Ms. Fairweather, our middle school orchestra director, thank you. So the award that we received this year was one of the NAM Foundation's Best Communities for Music Education Award, which the word in that's important is community, because we have been recognized as a whole, not just for the school district. And what we offer is incredible here in Mayapack, but it's also everything else that goes with it as well. So I also asked one of our very important people to be here, the president of our Friends of Music, the parent organization that is really our outreach, our liaison to the rest of the community. Dave Larson is here tonight. I couldn't do what I do, we couldn't do what we do without the help of the Friends of Music. So we were one of just over 800 school districts in the United States, in the entire United States, and there are over 15 or 18,000 school districts in the United States to receive this award, so I'm immensely proud. I'm very humbled to receive it, and I hope it's all right, Mr. DiCarlo. I spent a couple dollars on making a sign. I actually made, I got one of these printed for each of our schools. I'll be sending them out with the music teachers. They'll be able to hang them proudly either in their classroom or in the hallways. and I'm going to need some help. I can't unroll this by myself. I've got one of our 4th grade trombone players this year. He's going to come up and help me out. Again, thank you very much. Thank you especially to the school board and to all of the administrators who are also here. I didn't leave you out. I waited for the end to thank you. We really could not do it without the support that you have given us over the years. We appreciate it very much. Thank you all. I'll see you all soon.
Thank you, Stas. And just so you know, that'll come out of your stipend. I should have known something was up your suit tonight. Anyway, thank you, Stas, for everything you do and what you do to the music program. We're so blessed and lucky to have you. So thank you very much. Is Alyssa Kirby here from MOST? I'll just try again. Is Alyssa here? I know she has some announcements. Okay. We'll try and come back to her and see. Alrighty. Right now, we will have a motion to accept the warrants.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion to accept the work session minutes for April 16th, 2018. Second? All in favor? Thank you. Oh, abstain, one abstention. Trustee Keane, okay. Motion to accept the regular meeting minutes for April 19th, 2018. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Abstention? One. Okay. Motion to accept regular meeting minutes for April 24th, 2018. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions?
One.
Okay. Thank you. At this time, we have the superintendent's report.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Just a little reflection on the impact that Ann Toot has had on the Mahopac Central School District for her 18 years of service here. We here at the Mahopac Central School District are deeply saddened to share with you the news that Ann Toot, longtime health teacher for our district, passed away yesterday from a long battle with cancer. Ann was loved and well respected by her colleagues and her students. Her passing will have a significant impact on our school community. In addition to teaching health at our elementary schools and middle school, she was also responsible for bringing our annual health fair to the district. She will be remembered as a talented and caring teacher who was absolutely committed to the success of the social and emotional well-being of her students. Ann valued the personal connections with colleagues and building close relationships with her students. She was adored by the entire school community, and her warmth, energy, and personality will be sorely missed. We can take some solace that the impact of her outstanding contributions and influence on our students will live on. On behalf of the entire Mahopac community, we extend our deepest sympathy to Ann's family, friends, and to all those touched by her here at Mahopac. I want to thank at this time, as was mentioned before by Madam President, the entire community for your support on Tuesday night. Not only our budget passing, but our Proposition A passing for our buses. Those of you who were there know it was a pretty interesting evening at about 5:30 when the lights went out. But our district clerk handled it with poise, with elegance, and with determination, and she reached out to our incredible directors of facilities, custodians, and stringing together lights, getting a generator, and making sure that our election could carry on. So I want to thank George Prime, Michael Armstead, Chuck Dykeman, John Castle, Sarah Siebel, Norman Hill, Anthony Carlino, Al Forco, Kevin Bagman, and Timothy Sprance for just an outstanding job. Let's give them all a great round of applause. The community support on Tuesday night will allow us to continue providing our students with a first-class education in a safe and secure environment as we ready our students to be college and career ready through continuing to create our vision the Mahopac way. Congratulations are also in order for Trustee Keene, Penny Swift, and Dave Fafaro for their election to the school board. I look forward to our working together as we continue our excellence for all students. I want to also thank our principal at Fulmer Road School, Gary Chadwick. As you know, about a week and a half ago, Gary made a commitment to his students, and he was able to fulfill that. Principal Gary Chadwick kept his promise to sleep on the school roof for all of his students if they participated in the One School, One Book Challenge and read the book Clementine by Sarah Pennypacker. The students complied, they read, and Principal Chadwick spent a somewhat rainy night in May on the school roof in a tent. A quote from Mr. Chadwick: "I didn't mind sleeping on the roof, and I'm thankful for the thunder and lightning that passed me over quickly," he said to all of his students. He really enjoyed the experience, and his students will remember that for their incredible stay over at Fulmer Road. He also said, "I can only imagine the ideas the students will have next year for One School and One Book reading." To Principal Chadwick, thank you very, very much. At Mahopac, we are proud about educating the whole child, and we've been really blessed this year for the incredible amount of honors that we received as a school district, and we continue with that. I want to congratulate the Mahopac High School dance team. They recently competed in 2 events in Vernon, Connecticut and Waterbury, Connecticut, and they took home 2 first-place trophies. We're very proud of the accomplishments of the following girls. We want to congratulate the following young ladies. That is Stephanie Bucci, Melissa DiLieto, Nicole Sharkey, Kim Corcoran, Alyssa Del Silvio, Cassie Caposo, Isabella Ferreira, and Isabella Comodo, and also their advisor, Amanda Lowy. Thank you very much, ladies, for a great job. Just a quick update on sports. Congratulations to our varsity boys baseball team today on a 4-1 out-bracket win against Horace Greeley. The boys will move on to the first round, and that will be tomorrow at White Plains High School versus White Plains. Tomorrow afternoon, we have 2 sectional events going on. We have our girls softball team. They will be playing at 4:30 against Ursuline in the first round at here at Mahopac at our softball facility. And then our girls lacrosse team will be playing tomorrow, and they will be playing against Fox Lane. I'm sorry, not Fox Lane. They'll be playing against Scarsdale, home at 5 o'clock. And then our boys received a bye. They also will be playing next week on May 22nd against the winner of Wappingers and Arlington. Congratulations to the boys, and best of luck to all those teams as they enter sectional competition. At this time, I'm going to ask Judy Dahmer to please come up. Judy, if you would mind coming up to the podium. Madam President, I ask you that you present this award to the Austin Road Cafeteria. You can go right over there, Judy. The Austin Road Cafeteria and staff has received the Gold Award for Food Service Operation of Excellence by the Putnam County Department of Health. They were awarded this prestigious award a month ago. We are so proud of the job that they are doing at Austin Road, and to be recognized by the Board of Health for a Gold Award is outstanding. And to Judy, you and your workers, we thank you very much for a great job. Thank you. Madam President, I am finished with my update. I turn it back over to you.
Thank you. So all of you over there, we have VIP seating up front. Please come in and to have a seat. We'll just take a quick moment so you could just sit for a minute. There's plenty of seats. Alrighty, at this time we have our committee reports, and this evening we have 3 committee reports to share with you. First off, we'll start with Trustee Kazari in Finance.
Good evening. So on Thursday, May 10th, the Finance Committee met with our consultant, Charlie Winter. Present was the Superintendent, Anthony DiCarlo, Assistant Superintendent Greg Sullivan, President Leslie Mancuso, Trustees Lucy Masafra, Mike Simone, and myself. We had a presentation on our fiscal study with our consultant. He's developing a formula to project out our budget for the next 3 to 5 years so that we can be better suited in making our budgetary plans. We do plan on having him come before the entire board at a school board public meeting so that he can present to the public. Not sure when our next meeting will be next month.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Kazari. Trustee Mongan, you have Buildings and Grounds?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
I have Building and Grounds met on May 8th. George Prine, our Building and Grounds Director, Superintendent Anthony Carlo, our Assistant Superintendent for Business, our intern, Greg Sullivan, Mike Simone, myself, and Mark O'Connor was absent, but we did fill Mark. And we went over, very briefly, the procedures for the closing of athletic fields and calling of games. That was right up on the forefront over there. And we also, in all seriousness, we also went ahead and looked over the hiring of our construction management group that's going to oversee the roof projects, the Longo group. You can see that in the agenda here tonight. Meeting started at promptly at 6:30 and was over at 8 o'clock. And we're hoping for some better weather so we can really get on these grounds. Thank you everybody for your patience.
Okay, and then also the curriculum report, will you please give?
Curriculum committee met on Wednesday, May 14th at 6:30. Members of the committee are Roger Bell, our chairman, who's going to be with us tonight, Leslie Mancuso, our president, myself, and Dr. Adam Pease. Jason Klopp and Tim Jordan gave us an update on a bridge program, a bridge class that would take us from 8th grade into 9th grade to Greg Luciano. What happened, we didn't really have anything that kind of fit, so we lost those kids in that freshman and 9th grade year. But we have an outcry of support and a lot of kids that are eager, and happy to report that Superintendent DiCarlo, Tim, Jason, Greg were able to come through, and we have now a youth program that'll be for next year in high school, so we can get these kids that are in on this 7th and 8th grade, moving up into 9th grade, and then on to 10th and 11th, where there's no gap in the class. Meeting agenda, just a couple of quick highlights, because I know we're pretty aggressive, but we talked about the math curriculum. We talked about the curriculum realignment, K-5 assessment. We also had, conversation about the literacy intervention program, some pros and cons on either or, some costs. Additional support and STEP. We had very exciting, the success of cohort 1. Dr. Pease has been championing for the review of the cohort 1, and now the announcement is going into cohort 2, where we have 25 teachers that will be participating in the next round of the cohort 2 breakthrough classrooms. Just wanted to once again, Adam, thank you so much for your guidance and your really amazing job what you've been able to do in just a short amount of time. So thank you very much. And that's my report.
Thank you. Thank you. At this time, I will ask for a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Thank you. I turn it over to Superintendent.
Thank you very much, Madam President. At this point in time, I'd like to call up to the podium our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Deb Legato, and at this time she will introduce to the community our new Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction.
Can you hear me? Thank you very much, and good evening. First, again, I do want to express thanks to Dr. Adam Keith for his service to the district and wish him much success in his new endeavor. After an extensive search, I am very pleased to say a few words and to introduce Mayapac's new Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction and Professional Development, Mr. Michael Trombley. Just to share a little background, Mr. Trombley earned his bachelor's degree in education from Minnesota State University. He went on to earn advanced degrees from both New York Institute of Technology and Stony Brook University. After serving in the military, the Air Force to be precise, Mike Trombley began his career in education as a high school social studies teacher with the Pelham Union Free School District, where he later successfully served as the Director of Technology. More recently, he joined the New Rochelle City School District, where he currently serves in the same capacity. Mr. Trombley is an adjunct professor of curriculum, instruction design, and educational leadership for the New York Institute of Technology as well. What we learned about Mr. Trombley is he has a proven track record of leadership in a number of areas serving students and educators, including curriculum and professional development. His expertise in delivering instructional technology is well known throughout the region, where he's sought after speaker and an advocate for integrating technology in the classroom. We're very excited to have him join us on July 1st to begin his role. Congratulations, Mike. Please join me in welcoming such an outstanding and visionary educator, Mr. Michael Trombley.
Technology on my first day. So thank you, Ms. Legato, for those kind words. I was asked to prepare a few words, and if you read my bio or listened to Ms. Legato, you may hear that I'm a recovering social studies teacher. So I promise you that the words are not going to be as long as my thrilling and engaging lecture on the 7 Years' War. But that joke killed it this last social studies conference. So I'll try better. But Superintendent DiCarlo, members of the Board of Education, and to the members of the Mayapac community, thank you for the opportunity to join this fantastic and supportive community and to help serve you on your mission to help provide the best educational experience for our students. When accepting a new position, many appointees often state that they are humbled and honored. And I tried to look for different words to express how I'm feeling this evening, and I really couldn't. Those were the two words that continued to stand out. And it's because I am truly humbled and honored to be here. I'm humbled because, as an educator, I know that you place your most important and most precious resources to our school's care, your children. That outward showing of trust is something that I take very seriously, and I'm very excited to become part of your children's educational lives. I'm honored because the Mayapac Central School District community is truly a district on the move, and I'm excited to join that ride. My father, himself a retired educator, and normally my biggest critic, hopefully he's not watching the stream that's going on right now so he sees or hears me say that. He'd asked me what I'm most excited about in assuming this role. And I was able to articulate that because of a student that I visited during the interview process. I was in a 6th grade classroom, and I went up to a young lady and I asked her, I said, what do you like about your classroom? What do you like about what your teacher does? And she said to me, I know that my teacher wants me to learn certain things, but what I really appreciate is that she allows me to learn it in the way that I best learn, and I can also demonstrate to her what I've learned in the manner that I choose. That articulate and engaging young lady and the presentations that we saw from the students before and the awards that we see being bestowed upon the school district exemplify what makes Mahopac such a special place. In the next few weeks and months, I'm looking forward to getting to know teachers, students, staff, administrators, parents, and community members. I'm also excited to continue the work that has been begun thus far by Dr. Stoll and Dr. Peace, and I wish Dr. Peace much success in his next endeavors, and I know they're big shoes to fill. Thank you again for this opportunity to work with you and to learn from you and with you, and I'm truly humbled and honored to be here. Thank you.
Mr. Trombley, thank you for saying yes to Mahopac. Like yes to the dress, say thank you for saying yes. And welcome to the Mahopac family. So thank you, and we are just really excited for the good things we have in store. Thank you. Next we have Mahopac Cares Recognition, which is always a fun time of the year. And we have the dynamic duo teachers over there, Miss Fox and Mrs. Wheeler from the middle school. Smile and say hello and wave. It's always good to see you this time of year. Thank you for all that you do and setting such a great example for CARES. It takes two wonderful women that do it and keep it going every year. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have that, so please, come on up. Tom, you're being put to work tonight. You're getting too comfortable over there. Mrs. Wheeler, Mrs. Fox, come on up.
So for all of you that don't know, the CARES Committee is a committee within the middle school that honors and acknowledges things that students do. Not things that they're doing over a course of time, but acknowledging the small things our students do. Our students, so many times you see, that do little things for each other, or they do things for their teachers, they do things for other students and their friends in school. And when a teacher or a staff member finds them doing one of those things, what they do is honor them with a CARES card. Acknowledging that, hey, we saw you doing something great today. We saw you just being kind. Not because we were looking at you, not because you wanted to be acknowledged, but just because you wanted to be a good person. And really just recognizing those things. And today, Ms. Wheeler and Ms. Fox invited me in for a little pizza party they had for the students today. And I could truly say, looking around at that bunch of kids, like, wow, these are the kids that are always smiling, waving, how you doing, Mr. Kazakrita, seeing me in the morning, seeing us in the morning, just kind to each other. And they were really right on the mark with the students that they're presenting these awards to tonight.
Hi. I just have to say that I'm very proud to be here with the students that are here for the CARES. This is our 6th year for the positive intervention that we do at Mahopac Middle School. And I am honored and truly blessed to work with the people that I work with. And I'm honored and blessed to be with the students that every day change the tone in our building to the more positive Mahopac way. And we really appreciate them every single day. The first young person that we'd like to honor tonight is Alexander Maglieri. Emily Pontillo. Giovanni Santucci. Vida Rodriguez. Amanda Lynx. Marathon. Oh my goodness. Marathon G, but I don't know how to pronounce the entire last name, and I truly apologize. Marathon? Okay. Oh, yay! Jamblai. Miss Berseus Forte. Maxine Van Nortwick. Andrew Solano. Nicholas Erickson. Dominic DiMatteo. Emma DeHoon. Orla Gallagher. Bella Devane. Michaela Naus. Thank you again for every day changing the tone in our building, Mahopac Middle School cares.
So the next group we're going to have come up is our wingmen, but I'd like to call up I'm going to ask Mr. Levine come up here. He was a pretty integral part, along with the advisors, in working with the wingmen this year.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Castria. Thank you, Board of Education. So our teacher champions, I'll be brief because they're going to do most of the talking. They have been, as Mr. Castria said, an absolutely integral part in facilitating this process. You can see the sea of purple out there. And just to my left, I have Ms. Loney, Ms. McNeil, Ms. Nikos, Ms. Palomino, and Ms. Gertling, who's also one of our 5 teacher champions. They do a tremendous amount in the school, and what we like to say is that basically the wingman program and some other things, it's all social emotional programming, fits under, as we would say, the CARES umbrella. We actually went ahead and went with that metaphor and actually had the umbrella out as a display, and then it was pretty nice. Good visual for myself. But it's really nice because all of these things are connected really just in the interest of really supporting our kids, catching them doing the right thing, and just making sure that they realize that we see them and want to commend them for doing these things. So without further ado.
Oh, are we? Okay. Hi. Tonight we wanted to honor our 8th grade wingman. This is the middle school's 2nd year participating in the wingman program. However, some of these kids have been with us for 3 years, working to make MMS a friendlier place. Although tonight is about the students, we also wanted to thank a few others. First off, the PTO. The PTO has been awesome to us for the past 3 years. They basically just are always there, whatever we need, and they've just been, nothing could have gone off without the PTO. That's the first one. The second one is Ian Hockley, who is also in Connecticut with me and also got devastated by the storm, so he is not here. But Ian is the founder of the Wingman program, and all of the kids know Ian very well. He is a hands-on guy. Ian started Wingman after his son Dylan was killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Dylan was a first grader who both loved and he hated school. Dylan was autistic, so he liked going to school, but he was often disregarded by his peers and left out. So after Dylan passed, Ian wanted to start a program to end social isolation. He wanted everybody to have kids in a building where they would reach out to each other and be there for each other. So that is how Wingman began, and that is how we all came to love Ian. He funds our training. He gives us an awesome assembly every year. He comes in with the kids and hangs out with them, gives them little goodies like bracelets and things like that. He actually sent 2 things tonight for the kids. One is for the parents, one is for the kids. It is not food. They've been asking me for food ever since I said we were doing this. What kind of food are we getting? It is not food, but we will have a celebration at the end of the year. So tonight is just about our 8th graders. We have 7th graders that are also doing this, but tonight is about our 8th graders, and we wanted to honor them especially, some of them who've been with us for 3 years, and I know for myself, I could say I've come to truly adore. They are the heart and soul of this program, and I am going to miss them tremendously. So, now about our students. This is a program for the students, run by the students. These kids volunteer their time to try to make the middle school a more positive place for their peers. In these past years, they've gone into classrooms and done thematic lessons on empathy, acceptance, and this year was honoring differences, celebrating similarities. And all of us can tell you it is not easy to stand up in front of a group of middle school kids and teach a lesson. So the fact that these kids got up there in front of their peers on a daily basis and did these type of activities alone is something worth acknowledging, because it is not easy by any means with this age group. They have done things like recruiting other wingmen. I mean, our program went from about 25 kids to now we're at 60. And it is basically because of these kids being a model and sticking with it. So without them, this program would not have been flying the way it is. They have participated in other fundraising and charitable things like Jenna Jack Pack. They've made videos. Some of them volunteer for Marvelous Muffins in May, where they are raising money for pediatric cancer. They've done nothing but reach out with themselves and put themselves out there. They participate in Mix It Up Day, which is tomorrow, kids. So we're all mixing it up. They volunteer for Mix It Up Day, which we've done 3 years of. All of these children have given up their time and often stepped out of their comfort zone in an effort to bring joy and acceptance to others. They may have joined with the same desire to make middle school a better place, but they all come with an array of strengths and ideas and passions. They're just a wonderful group of kids. So over the past 3 years, we've become a real family, and it's been extremely rewarding for all of us, teacher champions, to work with these kids. Now what I'm going to have them do, we have certificates? Okay. We have Ian's present. So what I'm going to do is call them up into 3 separate groups. They were panicking about their names being announced, so I'm not going to announce all of your names, which is what you asked me not to do. So we're going to call you up in 3 separate groups to come up and get the little things that Ian sent for you guys. If this is your first year in Wingman, please stand. Just my first year kids, like Lee Mary, yes, Spencer. All right, you guys can come up. We actually have 37 or 38 8th graders in the program. A lot of them couldn't be here because of sports and things of that nature. This group that came in this year, they are true leaders. Spencer's pretty quiet. Lee Mary's quiet, but she's got her opinions. We see a lot of strong-minded activists in these groups of kids, and they are just absolutely been fantastic add-ons this year. All right, if this is your second year doing Wingman, please stand. Come on up. This second group basically came from the last group, which will come up in a little while. The last group that comes up basically said, did they have any friends that wanted to join? These were the friends that joined, in addition to other kids that are not here. This is my compassionate group. They came in with heart and wanting to make differences and just feeling their way around. Now they're pretty comfortable. But they are the sweetest group of kids that I've ever had to work with. And now my kids that have been here all 3 years. Ready to stand up, please. It It is this group right here that our family began. Our wingman family began with that group of children right there. As sixth graders, we basically said, who wants to volunteer to do some lessons on kindness? Now, as sixth graders, I don't know how many people are going to get people to raise their hands, and that group raised their hand, and they've been doing it ever since, and Wingman would not be where it was without them. So you guys, I couldn't be more grateful for what you've done. So yes, that's our Wingman. We're missing some, but they have been nothing but a wonderful group of kids to work with, and we are going to miss them tremendously. So thank you, guys.
Thank you again, and thank you for our wonderful teachers who lead by example. Thank you so much. So another round of applause for our teachers and our students. I don't think Alyssa Kirby is here this evening, but I see there are a couple of important things she wanted to discuss. So I'll just take the liberty of just, I guess, senior prom tickets are ready to go on sale, and they're promoting that. But they're also promoting the Jenna Nolan bracelet fundraiser for graduation. And this year, Jenna would have graduated. So this is the graduating class. So it seems that they are raising funds for the Jenna Nolan bracelet, and the charitable donations will go to the Jenna Jack Pack Fund that the Nolans had started. So please support them this year. It's a bittersweet year, and we wish everyone much success in our seniors. So I just want to point that out as I see that. And hopefully Alyssa will come and let us know more next month. I'm sorry? We have Alyssa Kirby here, most president. Okay. It's Morgan? Okay. Thank you. And next we have, finally, we have our resident comments. Are there any resident comments? No? Okay, well, motion to close? Second? All in favor? Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Everyone be safe. Thank you so much. And congratulations to Michael again.